We've set up camp early in order to take another close look at the Hilux's brakes. And I've decided to, well, do my bit, help out, by avoiding shots of the Range Rover when filming work on the Hilux. And avoid bringing up the fact that they're using the Range Rover's spare wheels as wheel chocks. It's not working very well, is it? Maybe I should just go and do my own thing.
This is a fully certified Bush jack axle stand. Designed by a fabricator.
Yeah.
SWA 4 ton.
It's got a crack on it.
How did you work out the design for the new axle stand, John?
Oh, lots of R&D.
Yeah.
That's what we're out here for.
Plenty of practice.
Yeah. Then again, I don't drive a Hilux, so I don't need it.
Oh, nasty.
But I agree, because I'm in a Range Rover. Yeah.
Established in 1996, 4xOverland is the world's first global overland expedition channel. Join us as we explore the world by four-wheel drive. This series is made in collaboration with the Off-Road History Museum, United Arab Emirates. The axle stands will allow the weight of the vehicle to be resting on the axle without any wheels on it.
More?
That will help with diagnosing the problem, hopefully.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So if we do have to leave the Hilux here, we have to flip it on the roof. It's canning stocker rules.
What to do? How to look helpful? I know, I'll sort out the drinks. John's already done it. I'll make the fire. No, John always does that. I'll point the camera at things. That's what I'm best at.
You've removed it.
Yeah, so what we found is there are auto adjustment bars in there, and on this side what it did was it adjusted. The other side, the adjustment didn't work, and adjusted it that tight that the brakes wouldn't release anymore, so they're always touch. What we've done now is we took the self-adjustment bars out.
Just a thought though, we're not experts, okay? And this is the brakes. So we are guessing, and we shouldn't guess. But right now, as it stands, this Hilux is going nowhere. So this is we're going to experiment and test and make sure everything is safe. But it's a good start.
Yeah, well, it is a bush fix.
It's a bush.
As soon as I'm back in town, that will be checked and factory parts will be put in.
It's a bush fix.
Yeah. Not advised to do that at home.
Heiner,
Huh?
you're going to test drive it.
Yeah.
Do you want me to follow you in the Range Rover in case you need rescuing?
No, I'd rather die.
That's plenty. That's actually more than
And of course, what we've all been waiting for all day, our Uber Eats from Sean.
Did you not tell Gwyn to order steak?
I told Gwyn to order 4 steak rolls.
Right. I mean, this is nice, but...
Typical bloody Uber. I'll never get it right.
Yep.
It's jolly good, but it's not what we ordered. I'll just send it back.
I give you a
After
refund.
I've eaten it.
After you've eaten it. Yeah, no, after we've eaten it, we should send it back. Good morning. Let me reintroduce you to the crew. This is Heiner. He likes running in caves. See? That's why he sleeps in a swag and does those things. And this is Rob. Rob likes wood.
of wood.
And this is John. He likes making fires. And the newest member of our crew is Sean, and he likes cooking.
Yes, indeed. And I'm making
Oh, for God's sake, shut up!
It is actually jammed today. I can't budge it.
Come on, take the
Go
camera.
on then, I'll take
Don't
the
take the camera, it's still rolling.
See if you can.
Point it at me.
I will. Go on then.
Yeah.
See the magic touch.
What?
What?
Say something.
No, yeah. Thank you.
Good.
Robbie, it's obviously not all about the size, it's about the technique.
Our caveman speaks again.
So, Andrew, today we're making an omelette. And I'm gonna do it just like Rob.
I am now the toast making part of this highly complex operation. Because some of these children want toast. Where's the toast coming in? A bit of a slow toaster, this one.
So I don't know why you let Sean cook.
Why?
Oh, apparently now his cooking is better than mine. Yeah. But you can't do a decent pizza though.
Yeah, bait him. Good.
Yeah, bait.
But you can do a real
Pizzas out
omelette.
of him tonight. I'm just putting all the stuff in here after helping putting the Hilux back together again last night.
Thank you for your participation.
Not a problem at all. Any time, which will probably be in about an hour and a half.
Probably. If it is that long.
So you're going to do a test drive, are you, before we leave, or are we just going to hit the track?
Just gonna drive.
My omelette is ready.
Not that much fuel.
I was thinking, why do test run now? Waste fuel. We'll do test run anyway.
Andrew, Heiner and John have decided to help us out graciously with some modifications on the Range Rover.
Okay.
We've made it suit Rob
So,
a lot
see
better.
what you think.
What do you think?
I'm not impressed.
I'm not impressed
It's
either.
like it's a beautiful thing, a thing of beauty, and you've defiled it.
Just like its driver.
Rob, hold the camera, point it at me, watch and learn. Hold it down, give it a thumb while you're holding it down. Now, is that so hard?
Well, obviously. Every day.
In 1990, a mineral exploration company set up a camp at the junction of the Talawana track and the Canning Stock route, where we are now, to evaluate the area for mineral deposits. The tradition in the company was to name camps after the most recently born child of those working on the project. Unlike well 33, where we had a great big reservoir of water, here we actually have to pump it from the ground, put it in a bucket, and then pump it from the bucket into our individual vehicles, which means individually we all have to have a little bit of a morning workout. In the case of the newly born daughter of the senior geologist, gave her name to the new camp, Georgia Camp. The bore was drilled to supply the Georgia Camp with good water, which is both plentiful and fresh.
Look, she's gushing.
Here's a gusher.
Can I do you the honors, Andrew?
Please do.
I'm gonna do you with the left arm, Shawnee.
So good to be back on the track again. Our water tanks are full with that beautiful sweet water. But it doesn't take long for one of us to have to stop to fix something. And guess which one of us it is? Nope, you're wrong. It's me. It's the troop carrier.
My dashboard has lit up like a Christmas tree. ABS. This is an ABS. One of my ABS cables has been ripped off, I bet. Alright, there's a big branch. And that cable there is the ABS sensor cable, and it's fine. It's fine.
So your ESP doesn't work anymore when your wheel speed sensors don't work. So have you seen, is that cable ripped out?
No, both front cables are correct.
Right, steering wheel is still straight.
Yeah. Okay, here's a very heavy stick wedged into the axle itself. The brakes.
Oh yeah, that completely shredded your ABS plug cable here. There you go.
Yeah.
Hit it perfectly. It came up in between the spring and the shock. That's the most impossible angle, and then hit the cable straight away and completely ripped it apart. But if we repair it, then we have to cut the plug off the side of the wheel speed sensor as well, and then when you get into town you need a new wheel speed sensor too. Right now all you need is a new harness for the rear axle, which is only 2 plugs and should be relatively cheap and easy to change.
Okay.
But if we cut it off, then you also have to get a new wheel speed sensor.
Okay.
But Sean never seems to waste a minute. The moment the convoy stops, his kitchen opens.
Do you want to know what you're going to have for lunch?
What is it, Shawnee?
Oh, he just marinated steak with sweet potatoes, garlic, ginger, and chili.
I love you.
Oh.
You know your hat's on the wrong way around.
Yeah, no.
I, for one, am grateful that my troop carrier is not overly electronic. The failure of that system hasn't meant that the car stopped or even gone into limp mode. It's still running perfectly.
For now, my brakes are as cold as the polar bear's toenail.
That is very, very good news. Thinking serious potential yesterday that Heiner was going to have to leave the group. It was a real concern, and I think that was kind of what spurred him on to, we've just got to do a proper diagnostic, and that means we need to get the axle in the air, put it on axle stands, and strip both brake drums and study them both, because one's working, one isn't. What makes them different? And that was where they came up with the solution. Having a bit of a drive this morning. Well, because I felt like it. And I've got a knock in the troop carrier's rear suspension, and I'm trying to sort out what it is. I thought, well, I'll give the Range Rover a go. And you know something, if it wasn't for the rattling of the tank, it's very, very rattly in here because of the tank. This ride is phenomenally good. It just glides over these corrugations. It's a fantastic ride. Boy, it's nice to drive. You know, the amount of air and light all around you, which is really not the case. I mean, the Troopy's not bad, but okay, low third. Ooh, snatch.
Yeah. Any problems with your car, Andrew?
Yeah, I am. I've never driven with parabolic springs before. Do they make a sound that is? What I'm saying is the sound from the back suspension is unfamiliar. I've never experienced before, and there doesn't seem to be anything wrong with it.
And it's not constant either, Heiner.
Does it happen on the corrugations?
On the corrugations, and like, you know, when you're just every now and then you're on the corrugation, you'll hit just a little bit of a swoop.
A whoop, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's solid.
Okay, now if you just pop round to the other side.
This is loose, the one underneath.
But I don't think it's that that's causing the noise. It's really not the troop carrier's day, and the day isn't finished yet.
Might need a bit of help here to get this tree out of my roof. It's kind of jammed in. I need secateurs or something to cut it.
When did you plant that?
Grew quickly, didn't it?
She grew really quickly. How the hell have you got it right in the bracket?
Yeah, it's right in there and it's wedging against the roof there. And what I need to do is cut it right there and then try and put it out from the top.
Right.
I'm worried about breaking the roof because as you're doing that, that roof is bending. That piece of roof is, yes, it's bending the rain gutter doing that. So. Okay, that's now going to break. There you go.
You can replant it later.
I'll take it home and replant it.
The terrain is beginning to flatten out, and I sense the approach of Australia's most hackneyed place name, Lake Disappointment. While Frank Hahn, back in 1897, was disappointed at not finding any water in it, the opposite is true in our case. When Lake Disappointment is saturated, the ground around it is often made impassable. So we're the very opposite of disappointed. I wonder if any of them agree with me.
This is a very special moment for me. It is 5 years since I did the Canning stock route and stood over Lake Disappointment. It's 5 years since I brought my family to live in Australia. One of the best decisions I ever made. And of course the opportunities of overlanding here are fantastic. You get scenes like this. But the other part of the story is that the Range Rover. We are now 2/3 along the Canning stock route and it's covered it without any major difficulties at all. In fact, even the difficulties that it's had are barely worth mentioning, considering it's 45 years old. So, I bought it a gift.
Which I shall give to it at daybreak tomorrow morning. But now...
Yes. All right, Andrew. Yes. Thanks for inviting me to this trip. And I'm glad to be with you guys here. I made this special meal. I hope you guys like it. And I make it only for special people. Okay. How about that?
That is a feast.
That's what you call it, a feast. I think we can eat for 2 nights.
And I'll be gone.
It's very good shot. Wow, wow, wow.
I'm glad you like it. There will be more surprise tomorrow.
Okay. If surprises are like that, you can keep them coming, that's alright.
Use that image as like, okay.
The Friends Cross the Canning series is in 12 parts and will be released on YouTube over 12 weeks.
But you can rent, buy or download the full series right now by clicking the on-screen button or link in the description.